So now that we've got everything in the pan, So now that we got everything in the pan ready to go, our liquids. Stupid. No.
How's it going, everyone? Jemille Cruz, chef owner of Familia and one of the chefs of Los Angeles Lakers, back again with another video. Today we're gonna cook another Filipino classic, adobo. Adobo is pretty much derived from the Spanish word adobar, which is to marinate. And the most important thing on the island, living on an island, is the humidity. So our ancestors created this dish pretty much to be able to last that, so it doesn't spoil immediately. So that's why we have the vinegar and the soy sauce to help keep it fresh. All right, so to get started with our Filipino adobo, is that we're gonna use 1 pound of pork butt and 1 pound of pork belly. The pork butt will give us that nice balance between lean meat and fatty meat, and the pork belly, that's for the fat. We're gonna go off, start cutting it in cubes, probably about half inch cubes. All right, now that we got the pork belly cut, we're gonna move on to the pork butt. This one, we're just gonna do the same size cubes, half-inch cubes. What this is gonna do, it doesn't actually matter how big it is, because it will reduce in the pan. It will get smaller as it's cooking. Definitely another popular is chicken adobo. My familia, we like to do chicken and pork together. So at least someone who doesn't really necessarily eat pork or chicken will have that in the pan for them. Also fish. Fish is cool too. My grandpa used to do it with fish. It's a little bit different. I mean, the Filipino classic fish we use is tilapia. Tilapia is a pretty good fish for that, or milkfish. All right, so now that we got our pork cut, we're gonna marinate it. We're gonna marinate it with some of the soy sauce. This is a Filipino dark soy sauce. Just half of that. A little vinegar. So pretty much coconut vinegar is derived using coconut sap, which gives it a little bit sweeter taste, a little bit mild on the vinegar side. It's almost like you would compare it to apple cider vinegar, but it definitely has that nuttiness and a little bit of that sweetness to it. The garlic powder. And some of the peppercorns. Now we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna get that all incorporated in there. Marinate it all together. All right, now our adobo is fully incorporated with the marinade. We're gonna let it marinate for about an hour to up to a day. So now that our adobo's been marinating for about an hour now, we are gonna brown it on the pan. We're gonna put it on medium-high. We're gonna spread that oil evenly around. Now that the pan's nice and hot, we're gonna add the meat. So pretty much what we're doing here is by browning it, we're locking in the flavors inside. So now that we're gonna braise it, the flavor moisture is still intact, and it definitely solidifies what marinade we use for the pork. So now that we got the adobo nice and browned, we're gonna add the fresh garlic to it. Move that around. We're gonna add the rest of the peppercorns. We're gonna add the vinegar. This will help deglaze the pan. We're gonna add the bay leaves. Spread them around. We're gonna add the rest of the garlic powder to add more of that garlic flavor. Then once it starts boiling up a bit, we're gonna add the soy sauce. So now that we got pretty much everything in the pan ready to go, we're gonna let it braise for about 40 minutes to an hour. We're gonna wait till the pork is nice and tender. So now that we got our adobo pretty much braised for about an hour now, the meat is nice and tender, we're gonna add the coconut milk. This will definitely add like a nice creamy texture to it. It's not as traditional as most people like their adobo, but at Familia, this is how we do it. Incorporate that nicely, stir it in. So now that we added the coconut milk to the adobo, we're gonna let it boil for another 10 minutes, just so the coconut milk definitely incorporates in all the meat You'll start to see it has a nice creamy texture to it. Then at this point, I like to add a little chili flakes just for some spice. So we're gonna let this reduce by probably like a quarter down the pan. So you'll get that nice, rich, creamy sauce. All right, so now that our adobo is ready to plate, we got our rice on the plate, ready to go. Put a nice, good sized portion on top, right on top of the rice, so that rice absorbs that sauce. Right on top. And that pamilya, we like to add a little cucumber salad to it. It's pretty much just pickled cucumbers and our spiced coconut vinegar. Like to add some to the side. So what we like to do is we definitely like to put the sauce all over the rice. Definitely makes it. Everyone does it this way. Definitely the best way to finish your adobo. All right, guys, so here we have it, our pork adobo.
No.
Oh.
Lean your mic into it.
All right,